Hello and welcome to the first episode of the new series of the 90+2 podcast. I'm your host Jamie Townsend, joined as always by my co-host Xander Turnbull.
Hello.
And this is a brand new format we're trying out here. We're going to be posting these videos to YouTube.
Yep.
We've got two guests with us today now. One is a referring guest from the past. He can be back to talk about his experience of doing the 92, Mr. Isaac Tunnicliffe.
Hello. And
a brand new guest, Mr. Stephen Murphy.
Hello.
And yeah, today it's just gonna be a bit of a catch up, see what everybody's been up to lately in terms of grounds, ticking them off. Isaac, yeah, we'll be referring to you. We've been had you on, where was it, before the Tiverton game in the summer, wasn't it?
Yeah, at the start of the season.
Quite a while ago. See what your progress is from then, how many grounds you've done. So yeah, Xander, we'll have a little bit of chat about actual football itself. We got to address the elephant in the room, Argyle, of course.
Yep.
It's been poor, hasn't it, really? Was it how many wins in the last six?
One.
One win in the last six, and it was a fluke win against Middlesbrough, really.
It was, yeah.
Of course, we've got a couple of the Argyle programmes in front of us, so it'd be rude not to talk about it. But yeah, we'll start with, in particular, this one here. It was Sheffield Wednesday away, the most recent game. This is from last year, of course, when I went, but I brought this one because Hillsborough is my favourite ever ground I've been to. I think you can carry some.
I can back it.
It's really up there.
It's a ground.
Have you ever been?
No, I've never been Hillsborough, but obviously it's got a lot of history behind it, hasn't
exactly.
it? So
yeah, and obviously this was the most recent away game for Argyle. Just poor, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I think first 5-10 minutes were really good. I'd say they were sort of showed shines of Middlesbrough, but after that, they just seemed sort of really disorganised.
Yeah.
There wasn't really any sort of cohesion in the team. Sheffield Wednesday were just playing long balls forward, playing it round them. It was just far too easy for them at the end, and then they ultimately got a goal.
Yeah, because it's a shame, because I think especially players who have come in, like Mikel Miller's been really good, and like this season, under the start of the season was Shuey Galloway, and of course Whittaker looked a shell of a man. I know you didn't watch the game on Tuesday, I know obviously you did for Argyle TV, but he just looked poor. Like the only chance he was having was just like speculative long shots, so it's not good.
No.
I'm not feeling particularly confident going into Saturday against Blackburn. I am actually kind of glad I'm not going and instead have prior arrangements, but I can see nothing but a loss, I don't think.
Same. Yeah, I think it'll be another tough game. I think Swansea only just got past Blackburn.
Yeah.
I think we were very lucky, and I think in recent games he sort of showed a bit of defensive resilience, even though we have conceded in our last three, but we haven't conceded more than one. We've been quite resilient in defence, but I think Argyle just don't have that at the moment. And
Isaac, I'll give you some time now. I know you have not been Ian Foster's biggest fan. I'll lay the floor to you for a little bit of a rant about where it's gone wrong.
Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, go on.
Go on for it.
He's shit. Respectfully, he's shit. Like, if he stays there, we're down.
Yeah.
End of story. If he stays, we're down.
We've got 10 games left. That's 30 points to play for.
Genuinely don't see us winning the game.
No.
Do not see us winning.
Not a single one.
No, as sad as it sounds, I don't know if I can.
Do not see us winning a single game of football.
who have you got left to play this season?
So in and amongst us, with the relegation, we've got like Rotherham away.
Rotherham, Millwall,
Stoke
QPR.
as well.
QPR, Stoke.
I would have thought Rotherham would be an okay game.
That is a winnable one.
It's a winnable one.
Potentially
They've been a different level of crap this season.
Yeah.
But then
Exactly.
They're on what, 19 points?
Yeah.
Something like
I
that
don't
at the
think
moment?
it's that.
Yeah, they're on 19.
Was it 19,
Yeah.
is it? And then we've also got Leicester at home, which we all know what's trying to happen there.
They are on 19 points. Good knowledge, Stephen.
Yeah,
well done. All knowledge.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't, like you say, it's just going to be so tough this run-in. If we keep it, we don't change anything. Because I feel like you said that, I know you said at the time the Middlesbrough fluke.
Yeah, it was a fluke.
Obviously, we were at Bristol Rovers that day.
Yeah, we were.
That was with the Carlisle.
Up the Carlisle.
Also terrible.
But yeah, it just seems like that was just a fluke after all. The 21 shots that day, I don't know if we've had even 10 shots.
Middlesbrough have had quite a turbulent second half of the season. Obviously, I'm a Bristol City fan. We beat them a few weeks back.
They weren't really great.
I think they lost again.
No, I think they had 13 shots on Wednesday night,
Yeah.
Tuesday night even.
Yeah.
So Stephen, I will come to you actually.
Yeah, okay.
Bristol City, of course, the most recent game against Ipswich is where we've
it was a good watch. I'll give them that. And I feel like we just simply got unlucky. Ipswich were the better team, and Harry Conway, comes on, does a bit for us. And then, you know, after, you know, we managed to get a goal, we just kind of sit back and relax, and that's when Ipswich managed to take an advantage. I just realised I said Harry Conway, it's Tommy Conway.
Yeah, Tommy.
Yeah. Mixing up names, yeah. But it was a decent game, but as I say, Ipswich were the better team at the end of the day, so not really much more you can comment on. Just look forward to the weekend and hopefully get something out of that. Manning Ball is a bit... It's, yeah.
I think you're about as happy with it as we are.
Yeah. Foster and Manning, very comparable at the moment. He plays a high possession level of football, which, you know, he was captain, manager of Oxford before. That might work in League One, because in League One you've got teams with rubbish midfields, don't know what they're doing. In the Championship, you know, most teams are trying to go for the Premier League, so they're building up their midfield. And with that, high possession just isn't going to work, because their players are going to counter us and then get past us, and that's exactly what we saw happen on Tuesday.
I think one of the big things as well, you brought in Scott Twine in January. This was such a great signing. He looked like he had so much potential to go on. He scored in his first game, injured straight away.
I should have seen it coming, to be honest. He was injured a lot at Burnley as well, and I wasn't even aware he was injured because I wasn't watching the game. I was doing something else, but then I was just like seeing it. I was like, where's Scott Twine? We've just signed him. Why aren't we starting him? And then I told he was injured. I was like, oh, that's great. We've got a bunch of good players out on injury at the moment. Sam Bell's gone. Cam Pring, from what I've heard, is on his last legs, even though they keep starting him. Yeah, we're just team plagued by injury at the moment, which means all of our best players are pretty much out, and a lot of our players have gone on loan as well. We had Andy Vyman, he's gone on loan to West Brom. I think it's Yeboah, his last name was.
Yeah.
I think he was a Man City trainee. He's been recalled by them, I think. And yeah, it's just, as I say, we're a bit like Argyle, we're a bit of a shell of a team at the moment. I can just hope that we get lucky in the last half of the season and manage to push through, because I think it's only 4 points between us and the relegation at the moment. So
I think you'll be fine for relegation, but obviously at the start of most seasons for Bristol, it's been you're looking up the table. Like
and it was looking like we were going to reach playoffs eventually. You know, we had a really good run around November, December time. You know, we beat Sunderland, we beat Watford, we beat a couple others there, and I think we were in 9th at one point, and there was only 5 points between us and 6th, so I was like starting to feel like, okay, this might actually be our year. But classic Bristol City, ditch it in the second half of the season, and we're back in 13th, which is like our usual finishing point anyway. So
yeah. Now, before we go on, obviously this is the first video episode, so we can actually finally talk about the shirts we're wearing. Yeah. Every single podcast we've done, we've always worn football shirts. We'll give them a bit of a description for the audio listeners, so we'll start with you, Xander.
Yep. So this is this season's home kit, Reviver Coffee. They are owned by Gulf, the oil company as well.
Okay, yeah.
Like from there. I quite like the centre badge this year.
I do like.
I do quite like that.
Central badges give it. It does make it better.
Yeah, because I kept going like this, and I was thinking, "Where's the badge gone? Where's the badge gone?" Oh, it's in the centre. I kept forgetting that. But
so if you're wearing a jacket over it, then you can still have a badge in the middle.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I quite like the sleeves as well. I like the.
It's a nice kit, to be fair.
It's quite. I'd say it's probably one of my favourite kits of recent years, and I feel like as well, like Derby County had a kit where they had similar stuff like that on the shoulders like a couple of years ago, and I quite like that. So yeah,
if I was half blind, I would think that was a Derby shirt.
So. Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah.
And who's on the back?
Jamal Lowe, because I know he's only on loan, and Isaac, I know you have problems with that.
I'm twitching.
But for me, I was annoyed that I wasn't able to get him on my shirt when he was here at the club permanently before. Yeah. So I thought, you know what? He's on loan, he's out of contract to Bournemouth at the end of the season. We might sign him on a free. It's probably the most Swansea transfer ever because it's free.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought I'd get him on the shirt.
Well, you managed to pull it off last year because I remember he got Mumba on his Argyle shirt last year. And I slated him, and then he ended up coming back anyway. So, different numbers. Straight down the lens. Yeah, we'll move on to mine, of course. This season's Argyle home shirt. It is just objectively a gorgeous shirt.
It is a good shirt.
With the gold.
One of the best home shirts.
The championship patch. Oh, mate. When we bought this, the only issue I have with it is that the stickers on it, the sponsors, are just such poor quality.
Yeah, I've not worn mine in months because of it.
It's peeled, yeah. But obviously I've got
Spawn Timber.
Yeah, the ex-Swansea boy on there, Morgan Whittaker on the back. It just had to be done, didn't it?
I did exactly the same.
Exactly, yeah. And yeah, I mean, it was good for a while. Got 17 goals, and now he's
And then Ian Foster arrived.
bit tosh, but you know, hopefully come back in.
Could you say that Whittaker's current form is to do with his girlfriend being in the hospital?
Yeah, I did
as
see
well?
that.
I was
I did
thinking
think
that's like distracting
I thought that
him
on Saturday.
maybe, so.
I did think that on Saturday
Yeah.
definitely
I
because
was
it was like
surprised
the
he was
night
there.
before.
Same.
Yeah.
I was fully expecting not to spin the team. Fair play to him, but
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe I spoke to Chris, the guy who I have the season ticket with. Shout out Chris. He said it could be a case of where she's been like, go and do this and play because it'll make her feel better, like knowing that he's not staying at home.
But
worrying
it's
about
not
her.
going to just leave his mind.
No,
like
exactly.
That, is it?
No.
It's all down to the mentality.
I do, yeah, because apparently that was one of the big reasons why he stayed in January as well, and one of the big reasons why he came back here. Because last season when they were on loan here, apparently like she's suffered for years with like different problems and stuff, and she's like finally felt like Plymouth is a home to her. So maybe that's one of the reasons why as well, that like when teams like Atalanta came calling in Italy,
Yeah,
they weren't
didn't
as keen
fancy
to go.
Rome.
No,
can't blame them.
stayed in the Plymouth home instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, move on to yours, Isaac. So Inter Milan, you've got a bit of a love affair with them, haven't you?
I think this is last season's, I want to say the third shirt. It's just bright yellow, really.
Yeah.
But I only wore it. Let's move on to another segment.
Okay.
Before when I went way over there.
Yes, I was going to mention that.
Over there last year. We'll save that for later.
Yeah. Have you got any name on the back?
No name on the back. It's just got the Lenovo sponsor, which just looks really weird.
Yeah.
On its own. I need to get a name on the back of it. But it's not bad. It's all
No,
right.
Stephen, I feel like I might have thrown you under the bus here because I didn't mention.
No,
the
it's
football
okay.
shirt memo.
I can gather what I can about it, and if I miss anything, then I'm sure Isaac can keep me. As far as I'm aware, it's a Netherlands shirt from the 2014 World Cup with the GOAT Robin van Persie on the back.
Yes.
You know, Man U
Correct.
days. You know, it's a lovely shirt. I completely missed the memo and forgot to bring my own, so I'm actually borrowing his. I do buy a lot of football shirts because, as these two know, I resell. And I was lucky enough recently to find a Japan 2006 shirt for 15 plus
so
postage,
nice.
which Isaac was very, very jealous of.
I love a Japan
Again,
shirt.
if I knew this was happening, then I would have worn that today, but not to be the case. If I ever back on this, then I will wear it then.
Got the goat on the back instead. So yeah, of course that's from the
It's
famous game.
The diving header thing.
Yeah. Do you remember that one when he did the diving header in the World Cup?
Maybe.
Against Spain.
Yeah, against Spain. That's where it's got the.
Yeah, I say if I saw it, then I think I'd know it.
You'd
yeah.
you'd know, definitely.
That's the only shirt I bought where I'd seen it straight away and bought it straight away.
Yeah. Do you
never
mind
done
if I ask how much that was?
It was 90 quid plus shipping
To be fair,
from Eastern Asia.
it's not
not
that
bad.
bad.
It was 75.
Is it authentic as well?
Yeah. So the sort of, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
It's really, really nice.
I had to buy
I'm
this.
glad you brought it.
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, I
'Cause
had to.
He teased me a bit. He was like, "I'm gonna bring some shirts. You know, I've got some nice ones." I was like, "Please bring the Van Persie one." He did. So well
Yeah.
done. Would you know how many shirts you've got in your collection?
I don't know. I've sold a lot recently
Yeah.
because money.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair enough.
30 to 40.
Okay,
I'd
that's
say.
a lot less than I
I've
thought.
got a couple on
You've
my
got
way.
quite a few, haven't you?
I do have a list on my phone, so I can.
Oh God.
So I'm not that bad anymore. I used to be. I did have a list.
Yeah.
Well, I only did it because we were talking about
Got a
once on
list
the
of
previous
Argyle ones
podcast.
I've got, so I've got about 25 Argyle ones. Got a good
I've
collection
only
there.
been
few.
building mine up in like the past year and a half or so. So I'm
Yeah.
saying I'm up to about maybe 10, 15
Yeah.
at the moment. The vast
Good
majority
offer.
are Bristol City, but then I've got some England ones in there and,
Yeah,
you know, some
because
other
really
bits
that's
as
another
well.
thing I was going to mention. Obviously, you came to uni.
Yeah.
Football wasn't really a big thing.
So I was actually a Bristol City season ticket holder about 10 years ago. This was due to an ex-relationship of my mum's, and when they split, I stopped going to games and I kind of just fell out with football because just had no one to go with, and I was at school and, you know, people were still into it, but I just couldn't get really back into it really. Then I came to uni, I made a proper solid friendship group and they were all into football. Took me to some Argyle games and I was like, you know what? I actually, you know, I forgot how good this was.
Yeah.
And now I'm an adult, I can sort of get the full social experience of it as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So I've just, fell back in love with it. if
Yeah, I
you
was going
will.
to say, like, meeting, obviously, me, Dan,
Yeah,
Theo's
yeah,
massive
exactly.
Newcastle fan. We'll
Yeah.
have to get him on at some point.
And then I've got like friends at home who I found out Bristol City fans as well. So,
Yeah.
you know.
It's good to get back into it.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
That's a nice segue to... Sorry, I'll just quickly mention, do you know how many shirts you've got?
It was
Don't want to leave you hanging.
42.
Ooh,
Because this
there we
wasn't
go.
on there, but I
Probably got more
think
than me now.
42.
Yeah, to be honest, I've
similar
got
amount.
quite a few. Because I just collect random ones like you do from
Yeah,
charity shops and
yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
So it's just, you just acquire them over
Yeah.
time. most recent purchase was the Rangers one. I think I sent that to you.
Yeah, you sent that to me as well. That's a nice
I've
shirt.
got 2 on the way now as well.
I picked up a Newcastle 1999 today.
Ooh.
That's going on the eBay, and I've got a tenner plus postage.
Good
Just
effort.
random old person
But
on
were you about to
Vinted.
say you also bought a Sunderland shirt?
No. I from the same person actually, a Sunderland shirt from 1998, away one, and then there's an England 2000 coming with that one as well. I've already got someone wanting to buy the England one off of me, so
Nice.
yeah. That's
Talking
nice.
of kits as well, these two.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
So we got the kits. We got the Iniesta one. Xander, that's your bread and butter.
Yep.
'Cause you own it. So give us a little rundown.
I was in a charity shop in Penarth, which is a little town just about 10 minutes away from Cardiff.
It's quite posh,
I've
isn't
heard,
it?
I've heard
Yeah,
of
it's
that.
quite posh, yeah.
but
My
not.
aunt lives there.
The houses are quite expensive there. Not really much to say on it. I think I was about 12 years old when I bought it.
2010 or 11.
Two thou- I think it's
I
20
think that's
Yeah.
2013 actually.
It's the. I've got this exact one. Obviously,
Yeah,
just
you
with
said.
nothing on the back, but that is a gorgeous.
A
one.
long
It is.
sleeve with
Yeah.
Iniesta
It's
on the
really
back
the
is
print on
amazing.
it is so nice as
Yeah.
well.
The only thing I will say, is it just me, or does the name still look really high up? Or is it supposed to be like that?
I think it's
I think it is
supposed to be like that from those era.
Yeah.
Remembering the messy ones, it is definitely legit. It's
Yeah,
lovely.
I don't know,
yeah,
it's not legit, it just looks really high up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is the,
Yeah, because you got the collar in it. I'm not the collar.
Of course, we've got the other 2 kits behind us. We've got
Yep.
the Mike Baker Argyle special,
Shout out to Mike Baker.
which had to be put up behind us. And Isaac, this is a
DeMarco.
great segue
is this going to
to
be?
Inter Milan.
Yes.
So give us a little rundown on this one.
So, this season's Inter home shirt with the marker on the back. Straw of possibly the best one I've ever seen live.
Yeah,
Are you putting clips in at all?
I reckon we could stick a clip in.
Yeah,
I
we
think
can
you've got to
obviously
put
stick a clip in.
you've
Yeah,
got
we'll
to
stick a
put,
clip in.
50 yard, I believe the 60 yard streamer.
Yeah.
So as soon as I got back, asked for it for Christmas. They got it printed up, fully patched up.
Yeah,
It's just, I had to do it.
it is lovely. And this badge as well, I really like this because
Yeah,
it's like a textured
It's incredible.
Is it?
Oh,
Seriously,
yeah.
it's seriously
Oh,
fat.
yes.
It's
that
a
is
rubber.
lovely.
It's rubber.
It's
Oh,
the
it's
best one.
rubber. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying. It's
incredible.
really cool.
And that came on the shirt.
No, so it literally came, no name set,
Yeah.
no sponsor,
Just
none
the
of
tick
this.
and the
It was,
badge.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then paid an extortionate amount of money
We always talk about that.
to get it printed up.
Worth it though.
Oh,
It
God, yeah.
had to be for the memory. And
Yeah.
you want to return, obviously you went to Inter. We'll talk about that experience. So
Incredible.
that was your first time abroad alone
Yeah.
as well. So
And for football.
what a trip that is.
Incredible. It was-
San Siro before gets knocked down due to concrete cancer.
But I fucking know.
It will.
It is fucking,
It's a
just
lovely
incredible.
ground.
It's just,
I'm really keen to go.
it's incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
It's genuinely the atmosphere.
Lads football
just-
holiday
Yeah.
at some point.
We've been trying to arrange one for ages, but it's like trying to get the plans out of the group chat type thing. You know?
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
don't for an AC
literally.
Milan deal, I'll probably never speak to you again.
No, I've got a couple of Inter shirts. I
Just-
bought that one off you, obviously, for the
Oh,
Champions
yes.
League final last year.
Yes.
The one with the paint stains.
Yes.
And then obviously I've got
You've
that
got-
one, but Soccer 03 job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
AliExpress special.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, we'll talk about obviously what we've come here to talk about today is doing the 92. So we had you on obviously before the Tiverton game. That was back in July.
Yep.
You must have done probably like 30 then, maybe. How many have you done?
I was on
this year?
31 end of last season. I hadn't done
Yeah. Okay. So you were on 31, and now you're on.
43.
There you go. Good effort so far this year. 12 grounds you ticked off. I know that I'm on 26 of the 92, which, to be fair, is not too bad.
So
I've
I
just
quarter
been-
of the way through, isn't it?
Yeah, I've just been ticking them off here and there. Obviously, the most recent one we did was Rovers, all 3 of us.
Yeah.
And then Xander, you're on.
I'm on a measly 2.
All of 2.
All of 2.
Swans and Greens.
Yep.
Swans and Greens. And then you reckon you're on about...
About 12. I figured it out before the podcast started.
That's still a solid
yeah.
number, isn't
Most
it?
of them were about 10 years ago. So like I went to Reading when it was still the Majeski Stadium.
Yeah.
You know.
Ooh.
What is it
Vintage.
now? It's the
Select
Select-
Car
Select
Leasing
Car
Stadium.
Leasing.
yeah.
It is
Brilliant
a
name.
soulless bowl.
So random.
Soulless bowl.
But yeah, I think it's really good because I'm not as passionate about it as you are, but I'll just try and tick them off over time.
Bit of football ground tourism, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's great.
Just, it's
Like-
just fun.
Like
Get to
for
see
example,
different
like
things.
the other day when we went to Bristol Rovers,
Yeah.
it was such a random day.
Yeah.
It's like we were in Bristol, it made sense, and just managed to-
Oh, don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
absolutely hated every moment of it. You know.
Well, the day out
I have
itself
to
was
give
good.
it. You know, they give due credit to the away fans. You know, there was a decent little drink stand, and then like it was nice food as well. It was a bit on the pricey side,
Nice,
but you know, it was good quality.
Yeah.
And like if you wanted to go outside and have a cigarette, you could. You know, there wasn't like any like security or anything you'd have to go past either. So
it's better than it used to be when it was just a tent.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I will say about Rovers, I wasn't expecting a whole lot, but that ground has got character. I will say that.
Yeah.
It's a shithole. It's a shithole, but
it's their
I
shithole,
absolutely
though.
love the fact that most Argyle fans hate Rovers as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like,
Actually,
I thought you
Rovers,
guys would hate Bristol City, but...
Well, in the
it's not
past, there was a rivalry with Bristol City because both teams were always vying
Yeah,
for promotion
yeah.
together and obviously close, but we've just always had a common interest in hating Rovers because we've usually been in a similar division
Yeah.
to Rovers.
Yeah,
They weren't on league for a bit, weren't they?
Yes, they were. Oh, I remember the day. I think City got relegated the same day as well, though. So we were in League One, and they were in the then conference. But that was a great day at Ashley again.
Yeah. So we'll go to, what is your favourite ground you've ever been to?
What, 92 or just in general?
We'll do the 92 first.
92's either Aston Villa or Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Palace was good.
Palace was a great
Palace
day.
was a good day.
Ches.
Shout out Jack Sanderson. A lot of shout outs on today's show. Big up Jack. Yeah. What about you?
Controversial. I'd have to say Derby's.
Really?
Actually, yeah. I think I went there after they'd done some renovation, and you know what? They brought a decent atmosphere, and I just quite like the feel of the stadium.
Yeah, it is a nice ground.
It is a nice ground, to be fair.
That probably sounds my favourite.
I know what's yours.
I mean, to be fair, both of them are nice.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I didn't mind Swansea. I went there obviously a couple of months ago, and it's solid. Greg's outside.
Yeah, Greg's
Can't go wrong, really.
But on that basis, can I just shout West Brom out for having a really, really good Greg's
West Brom was cracking.
outside.
They had a massive Greg's.
It was incredible. Shout out West Brom for that. That was genuinely fantastic.
I think my favourite I've ever been to, as I mentioned earlier in the show, has got to be Hillsborough.
Hillsborough's
such a great ground because it's massive and it's got character.
Yeah.
You just don't really get that nowadays, do you?
That's why I like
there's all these like big grounds like the Etihad. It's like,
that's got
it's a bit boring.
There's no character at all.
Exactly. Or like, I'd love to go to Anfield. I think as much as I'm a United follower as well, I would love to go to Anfield.
I think the problem. Sorry,
I don't think there's an issue with going to your rival's stadium as long as you sit in the away end.
Yeah.
You know, it's like me. I know the weekend we did Rovers Carlisle. You wanted to do Cardiff Stoke, but you hate Stoke given that they stole your manager and your players, and I hate Cardiff given that it's a seven-side derby.
Just wanted to tick off the ground.
Yeah.
Really.
What was I going to say? Yes, like with grounds, I think a lot of them now, like Man City's, they're kind of more becoming like arenas.
Yeah,
they're not grounds anymore. Like the ones like down in League One, League Two, some of the Championship as well. That's like a proper football ground.
Yeah.
Whereas like Tottenham, Man City, they're more like it's like an arena.
There's the American, like Arabian influence. I'd say that they want more of an arena than an actual football ground.
Yeah. So it could be multi-use.
Yeah.
It's not just for football anymore, is it?
It's just money, isn't it?
Like you think about some of the places we've been, like Burton. Like, wow, what a place that was.
I like the fact it was all terraced.
Yeah, it was all terraced.
And there's a good
like the big concrete blocks for us to stand on in the away end.
Once again, good Greg's just up the road.
There was a good Greg's. Always, that's how we rate a good ground.
Any grounds I have a Greg's just outside. It's a bit of level up.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't really know. Where do we move on from there?
I don't know.
Your foreign ground.
Yes.
So
well, it's either Inter or Lille. So
yeah, you've been to two.
Yeah.
Both trips solo as well. It's one thing we've got to give you a shout out for.
Thank you.
You got the Jonathan David's goal on.
Yeah, that was not intentional.
Yeah, he filmed a goal. I filmed it.
Like yours at West Ham.
Yeah, like mine at West Ham. I tell you what, London Stadium, been there obviously.
Oh, I hate it.
No, it is a bit soulless.
I hate it. I've been there
so
twice.
far away from the pitch.
Been there twice.
It wasn't designed for football originally, was it? It was just a last-minute move for West Ham.
The second time I went, I was in the lower tier, and I still was about 2 miles from the pitch.
Yeah,
it was awful.
Because that's one thing I want to go to the Bernabeu at some point because that's so steep.
Yeah.
And so you feel like you're still close to.
Problem with those bigger grounds, it's the same as like the Premier League.
I'd want to go lower.
Shit. I'd rather just go to a really random place like go to Valencia.
Valencia, that'd be cool. Like Seville,
Valencia.
or something like that.
I'd rather go there than Real Madrid.
Yeah. Well, I'll quickly mention my favourite ever away day. I've got the programme here. It is Oxford. Oxford United on Valentine's Day last year. So random.
The only way to spend Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Not for me. It's because we went there on the train, so that's an automatic, great way to get to an away day on the train.
Great.
couple of bevs. We had the steak slice and Stella, wife beater meal deal. Cracking stuff. And then, yeah, they had a really good sports bar right outside the ground. It was just like all cracking all around.
I'd like to throw out on this on this night, I was at Plymouth Parkway.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way I'd spend the evening.
Yeah, so we'll mention that as well, obviously. You're non-league.
I love non-league.
He loves non-league. He's a non-league ground hopper.
Incredible.
Do you know how many grounds you've been to in general then?
70.
70?
Jeez.
That is
You've
impressive.
done some really random ones, like round
Yes.
like Manchester and stuff as well, haven't you?
17 on league alone, or is that
I thought it was
17?
like-
70 all though.
You're meant to go to like an Oldham game or something, but it got postponed.
Yeah,
So you went somewhere
I was
else.
supposed to do one the day we went to Bristol Rovers, but I
Yeah.
had to work. Just my brother-in-law's an Oldham fan.
Yeah,
Every
so
now
it
and
is
then I'll
actually.
go.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
went to Waldstone.
Yeah.
Met the Waldstone Raider, what job.
Oh, what a boy.
Also met Oldham's owner, who's also a lovely guy.
As you do.
He does stuff for away game.
Oh, okay.
He does.
I tell you a non-league ground I really want to do is Dulwich Hamlet.
Oh,
Have
really?
you heard of them
I've heard.
in London?
Yeah.
They've got a really good play place.
Yeah,
It's
it's
they've got a
like
really good play shack.
from like the videos I've seen, like it's you know how they say that like your club's too big for your fans.
Yeah.
It's the other way around. Their
Yeah.
fans are too big for the club.
It's just,
Yeah.
They sell out every single game, and
And
they
they're
bring like this sort of like party atmosphere
But
that
they're
just
shit.
looks
They're
really
really
fun.
shit.
So.
Are they quite bad?
I follow
though?
someone on Instagram who's a Dulwich fan, and it's just every week. It's the pressure. It's like me with
Pain.
Argyle.
Yeah.
It's like me posting Argyle every
I
week.
think there's some other really good non-league grounds that get really good support, isn't there? Like in the lower leagues, like Scunthorpe have been doing great this
Yeah.
season in terms of support. They had like 7,500 fans
Yeah.
at a National League North game.
It's incredible.
Bury do very well for fans as well.
Yeah, they do. Obviously, the Phoenix Club Bury.
Yeah.
And Macclesfield.
Yeah.
Macclesfield as well.
The other elephant in the room, Torquay.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
going to mention
Yeah.
that, of course.
Got the programme over there.
Yeah.
Got the programme in.
Oh, shirt's
there
gone
goes the
down.
big shirt.
Technical issues.
Oh well.
Yeah, so this was from was this the first ever Torquay game you went to?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Southend. Yeah.
Is he crying on the fucking...
No, it's a...
I was supposed to look
Scratch.
at
It's a scratch. It's been
He's so emotional about scoring that goal.
But yeah, I like Torquay a lot. I love the terrace on the side of the pitch.
I wish it was behind the goal.
And obviously, as an Argyle fan, but at the moment, we're just coming together to try and save him. To be
Yeah,
honest,
well,
'cause
there's that Save Devon Day on the 22nd of March, isn't
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
where, Exeter away at Leighton, I think.
Yeah.
and
And
then
Argyle.
That got
International
pulled off
break.
actually, so it's going to be even more.
Oh, wow,
Yeah, I saw it
okay,
got postponed because
Yeah, I saw that.
And then
international
it's
break.
Argyle's on international break, so...
Yeah, if I don't have any prior arrangements, because one of my cousins did mention that day about how he wants to do the travel across Cornwall thing. Did I talk to you guys about that?
No.
Yeah, you told me
Also-
about
Yeah,
that.
so basically it's like, have you ever watched, this is not football related quickly, but have
That's
you
a
ever watched
tangent.
Race Across the World, where it's like,
Incredible,
Yes, yeah,
incredible
yeah.
series.
he wants to do that but with Cornwall, so you have
Right.
to try and get across Cornwall in as many different modes of transport as possible.
Okay, other than bus, train, and hitchhiking,
That's it, and there's line bikes in Truro.
I was there.
Like
Yeah.
a Sidemen challenge.
Yeah, so basically it's like a Sidemen bit. Anyway, if I'm not doing that, I'll be at Torquay on that
Oh,
day.
I will be there.
That is my
I'm going-
point.
I'm going this weekend.
Yeah, well, I was
Just
supposed
after.
to be, but I went to Tavistock last night, and
That was really bad.
yeah, obviously you were there.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tavi, to be fair though, because they've really made it a lot better.
It's an alright
The
setup down
connection
there.
between the club and the fans, I was mentioning on our radio show earlier, is great. Like, they are really good with the fans.
It's a good little setup down there.
It is good, and they're in the Southern Premier League South,
I
I
haven't
think.
got a clue,
Just
to
the
be honest.
division below. The division below.
It's
the
division line
National League
pathwise.
South.
It's like 8th tier from the Premier League.
Two below National
League
League
South.
South.
Yeah,
Yeah.
eight down from the Prem.
Yeah, so they're not like actually that far off league football, really.
But it's
No.
just not going to happen.
No, well, unless one day someone in Tavi became a billionaire and just invested all of their...
Tavistock Arena.
Yeah, exactly. I'll call it the Jamie Townsend Arena. When this podcast goes multi-platinum,
Hell yeah.
we'll invest in Tavi.
We'll have a stand.
Yeah, exactly.
The Jamie Townsend.
The
The
90
90
plus
plus 2
2
stand.
It makes sense to it the fact they're called the Lambs as well.
Yeah, true. But yeah, so what games have you got lined up before the end of the season then?
Going to Newport next week, which we're very jealous
Oh
about.
yeah,
I'm
he's
going
going in the
with-
Morecambe away
with
end
Morecambe.
at Newport.
Ooh.
So random.
Obviously, Argyle depression.
Yep.
I really don't want to go anymore. But
Millwall and Stoke is looking like we're going to do, isn't it?
yes, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'm going to Notts County at the end of the month.
Oh yeah.
Notts County Salford.
That's a really
Nice.
cool ground, Meadow
Yeah.
Lane.
Yeah.
That's still a big
Because
ground.
they get really good fans for, or they did last year for National League and now
Yeah.
again in League Two.
And then it's just like a mixture of shit on league, really.
Actually
And
do. Actually
yeah,
do.
I don't think I've really got. Trying to think of anything else. Probably try and go abroad again.
Yeah.
don't know where.
I want to do an abroad game or something.
Yeah.
Definitely. We've got to
It's
try and
just-
arrange like a weekend. Some
Yeah,
cheap
I'm
one.
looking at going back to France again because it was a soulless bowl. Actually, no, it's not a soulless bowl. Atmosphere was incredible, but it was a bowl.
Oh, okay.
It gave me MK Dons
It's a bowl
vibes.
with soul.
It gave me MK Dons vibes, the stadium itself.
Yeah.
It was lovely, but it was a multi-use one. I saw them play the rugby there recently.
Yeah.
It was lovely, but the atmosphere, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
I've had just in the corner, just for like 10 pyros just went off at once.
Yeah.
It's
That is one
fantastic.
thing I love about foreign games, the way that they can like control the pyro and everything. It's great because it's actually like in England, obviously they ban them quite heavily.
Yeah.
Because they've got it controlled.
You can't
over
even
there
bring
with the
you
ultras.
can't even bring bottle caps into the ground in.
No, I know. It's
Like
bad.
again, I've got a picture. You can maybe put it up of the all the pyros they set off at the start.
Yeah, we'll stick. We'll
Stick
So
things
it's
in,
just-
yeah.
post production.
Yeah.
I'll send, but it's literally look to my left. There's just a sea of red.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
That's one thing I do like about foreign fans. Like you see it a lot in Turkey as well. It's
Yeah.
just glowing red.
Yeah,
It's
Turkey
incredible.
would be incredible. Like Fenerbahce down at Galatasaray or something.
So you
Yeah.
think
Just
like
be incredible.
firms here are organised, the ultras over there in terms of like their displays and
It's
the
incredible.
way
The
they,
tifos
you know,
and
they're
stuff.
like
The Dortmund
religious
one.
towards their clubs is just
Get up
immense.
Yeah.
But to be fair, nothing would ever beat Argyle's crowd surfer flat.
Oh, God,
And
Oh mate, all the one swilly ultras up in the Mayflower.
Central element.
Did you say that you have a bucket list ground that you want to tick off one day?
To be fair, I just really can't. I wouldn't say there's one in particular, but I just do want to go see more grounds, and I
Yeah.
feel like hopefully this course and the career I might hopefully have, I feel I will get to do that.
Yeah, I feel like that's one good thing. Obviously, you're doing a media course next year as well for sports. I feel like that's one good thing with this is that it does open up opportunities
Yeah.
that you'd never have really thought of before. Sorry, you're doing a business course.
No, it's alright.
You could maybe own a football club one day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'd
true.
try
Own
not
Bristol
to be
City.
this sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do
I
that.
Own Bristol
I think
Rovers and just send them
Lansdowne
backwards.
Lansdowne is immortal. He'll be there till the end of time. Like,
Murphy Gate.
yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Foreign football grounds. I kind of want to do Camp Nou.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I just like the look of it. You know,
Completely
no
cover.
it's been redeveloped now. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I know it's not really foreign as such, but like either Ibrox or Celtics.
Oh,
Ibrox would be incredible.
Mate, Ibrox is bucket list for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I really want to go to a Rangers game. They are my adopted Scottish side.
That's fair.
Obviously, they have links with Plymouth.
Oh,
So
one place I'd love to go, Tynecastle,
really,
which is Hearts. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
atmosphere in there
I only went there last season.
is
Yeah.
the atmosphere in there is
Every
incredible.
Easter.
random. So actually, I have been to a Scottish ground, haven't I? Been to Aberdeen.
Oh, yeah.
Aberdeen.
All those years
Yeah.
ago, 14 years ago. So yeah, really random context of just my dad knowing someone who lives up there. He
Oh,
was
nice.
like, "Let's go on holiday to Aberdeen."
Fair enough.
Yay!
My dad
Most
actually has shares in
depressing
a
city
Scottish
in
club.
Scotland.
Really?
A very
it?
small. I
It
think
is.
it's
That's-
Berwick Rangers.
Sounds about right.
Oh,
He has very small shares in them.
Berwick Rangers. Did you hear that? He's
Berwick
got-
Rangers.
Oh, okay.
His dad
Dad's
has
got
some
shares.
very
Fair
small shares.
I know people at uni are from Berwick.
They're
so-
probably just about as good as Tavi, maybe a bit worse, but yeah.
Oh, I mean,
I know
shares a share.
they're
Shares a
like
share.
Nice and friendly.
Scottish third or fourth division, something like that.
Yeah, they're quite low. I think
Yeah.
they're very low down, like
Yeah,
sixth, fifth
but that would be
tier
like
maybe.
equivalent of like playing like National League
Yeah.
South
Yeah.
or National League.
Here's
North.
one for you as well, Stephen. I want to do an Irish ground.
Yeah, I know.
Really
I
wants to
was
do
in
an
I was in
Irish
Belfast a few weeks ago, and I was wanting to do Glentoran whilst I was there, which is like one of Northern Ireland's best performing clubs. But because I was visiting family, I didn't really have the time, and I was also quite tired from flying over early in the morning. But that would definitely be something that's on my bucket list to do, and as well in Dublin, Bohemians.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
up the
Bohemian.
bows.
The Shamrock Rovers is for me.
Shamrock's
Yeah.
the one
Shamrock's
I
the one
want
I
to do.
want.
Yeah.
University of
I've
Dublin.
After seeing it on Smith.
Yes, that is actually
Had to see it on
the
Smith,
reason
yeah.
why.
Bohemian were the one who did the Bob Marley kit,
Yeah,
weren't
they were, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
that's
you have no idea
the
about
story
it on
behind
my
the shirt. That's
Yeah.
the reason they've got the Bob Marley shirt, because that was the last ever gig that he played, was
So
at that
crazy,
stadium.
yeah.
That's mad.
I really
Sort of
want to
longer
do
than
some
that one.
Irish grounds, yeah, because they have the summer league as well, don't
Yeah.
they? So
That's what I'm
we could
thinking.
actually go over there during
Just
the
cost a
summer.
fortune.
Wow.
Just in the summer.
Yeah, well, we'll find a way.
I think Northern Ireland's basically play out the same that England's
Yeah,
do.
Northern Ireland's one is the same
South,
as us,
I think,
but
they play summer league.
So in like Dublin and stuff.
Yeah.
I was really looking at doing it last year. We were really close to
Yeah.
booking it, but it just didn't materialise because people's schedules.
Get out the group chat.
Exactly, we've got to do it. It's got to be done this year.
I think a Swedish team would be really good to go
I
to.
once read Saturday. I was Copenhagen for
like
me.
AIK, I think.
Oh yeah,
they're
They're
really
really
good.
bad.
Gothenburg, isn't it?
They are like,
Gothenburg, yeah.
Gothenburg.
yeah, Copenhagen for me is one.
Copenhagen.
Really random. I want to go to
Well,
Copenhagen.
I watched them earlier in the season, obviously, because they're in United's Champions League group, and the atmosphere in that
Yeah,
ground.
that's what I mean.
It's unbelievable.
The Scandinavian in general, just
Because I've watched so many videos of like people who do these foreign grounds and can make a living out of it. Like that would be the dream, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Doing like what Smith or
Ellis
away
Patton.
days,
Away days, yeah.
Stump Peg, any of them, any of those.
just I wouldn't go to a German fifth tier game.
No, that is quite random.
Intentionally.
That's you.
I would go.
That's right up your
I would
street.
only do it if I'm going to a bigger game like the next day or something. Oh, there's a game on here. I'll go to it. Why
I've
not?
got a mate who's at uni here who I think in the summer he went to like a Polish third division game or something
Actually
like
did.
that.
That sounds
He's
incredible.
from Poland.
Yeah,
so
fair
he
enough,
is the
fair
Polish
enough.
one. I was going to say,
That
else
would
that would
make
just be,
sense.
he just goes out.
Yeah,
there.
no, he
Yeah.
would just go out to Poland to watch that game.
Something
you know.
you will judge before. I was looking at going to Estonia, Latvia, countries like that recently.
Those are crazy.
I really want to just go to a really, really, really bizarre
Do,
country.
instead of the 92, do a football game in every country in Europe.
There you go.
Apart from Ukraine.
Actually, are they playing again? Shakhtar?
I
Yeah,
don't know
they
if-
are, just not in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they played
yeah,
they
because
played
the,
the Champions League game at Berlin
Zenit.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Siska, Moscow.
Can't really play in Israel at the moment either because it's Tel Aviv. They've got a football
Is
club that's
Israel
Yeah.
really part of
Yeah,
Europe?
Tel Aviv's in the Conference League.
Yeah,
Oh, is it?
they're
My
Oh,
brother-in-law
who's
actually saw
managing
them
Tel
away
Aviv
in
now? I feel like it's
Maccabi
somebody
conceded Ghent.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law saw them Gent game for one of them later in
Really?
the season.
As you do.
Really random.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good place to wrap off. I think we covered most of Europe, most of the
Yeah.
92.
Yeah.
It's great to have you guys on here.
My pleasure.
Thank you,
Happy to
Jamie.
have you.
It's been a
Yeah,
pleasure.
to
pleasure.
return. Obviously, you're always welcome. Yeah, it's great to have you for the first time, Stephen.
Thank
Did you have anything more to add today? Xander, did you have a fact of the day? Did you have one today?
I did not. Actually, I do have a fact. I do have a fact.
Oh, he's always got a fact.
Always got a fact.
Always got a fact.
I can. It is. I'm just trying to. It's gonna be off the top of my head because I haven't got it in front of me. But it was something like, in this season, Man United have faced like 20 shots against them. I think it was like 8 times or something like that. And since Jurgen Klopp took over at Liverpool, that had only happened twice.
Ah, lovely. What
Sorry,
a way
Jamie.
to end.
Yep.
Old Trafford is falling down.
Da, 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 da.
Ten Hag is
Is
a
a
Clown.
Thank you very much for listening today. It's been great to be able to finally film it. Thank you very much to our guests. Obviously, you're always welcome, part of the 90+2 family. And yeah, that's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
See
You
ya.
said goodbye.
Goodbye.